In this video, I'm going to show you the reactions that players had to the 15.16 update of Gorebox. And I'm starting off with the reactions that have come from my own new video itself. Numerous players mentioned that the update was lagging quite a lot, even with the lowest settings enabled. So hopefully F2 Games fixes this issue soon. But what's worse than lag? Well, it's deciding to play a game and then just being greeted by a completely black screen. Some players were upset that the PC always gets the updates first, and while I think that that's understandable, I think it's possible that GDev is simply trying to give a benefit to players who have purchased the game first. Next, I checked Falvin Box's channel to see more players reacting to the latest update. Once again, people were talking about black screens, some bugs and lagging, major performance issues for some devices, and some players mentioned that the additions of background trees were actually what was making the game lag. This person mentioned that turning on post-processing reduced lag. Now, one thing I want to mention about the lag, from what I understand, the developers over at F2 Games are optimizing the props and weapons and perhaps reducing the number of polygons that they consist of so that Gorebox will run better on low-end devices. Some players mentioned that it was a legacy map which was unplayable for them. Some players said that it was the potato devices that we were using which was causing the lag. Now at the end of the day, this is a beta version, which means that this is indeed a test version of the game, and F2 Games will take note of all of the issues and hopefully fix them before the final release. Some players mentioned that they couldn't even get to the main menu. Numerous players mentioned how they were sad that the multiplayer was still not added back into the game, for mobile at least. Braille Exco Gaming also mentioned that they should at least have a setting where you could turn off these overpopulated trees, and many players seem to agree with him. In a couple of posts, Kabza mentioned that he was reverting female Godol model changes. I personally didn't notice these model changes, and I'm not really sure what happened here. And he also told people not to blame him for the mobile lag. So apparently GDev exported the version with the PC graphics settings, and hopefully that will be fixed with the final version of 15.16. Some players mentioned that they now get 25 FPS instead of 60 plus. Now I'm going to play the game myself on mobile, see how laggy it is. So I played around on the Desert Bridge map, and I did find the game to be at least a little bit laggy, but I'm not really sure if this was more laggy than 15.15 or not. But I had gone into settings, graphics, and then I had turned on quality rendering and post-processing. But after launching the Desert Bridge, after selecting this setting, not only did my game freeze, but my entire mobile phone froze. And I can't be 100% sure if it was because of this or not, but I'm not gonna risk it again. So instead I decided to reduce the other settings, just to see how that would affect the performance of my game. And to be honest, it still felt as laggy as it did earlier, so yeah. So one of my subscribers known as Enderdoge got this particular black screen bug right here, and one of his subscribers said that they reinstalled the game and it got fixed. But if you do that, you're likely to lose all of your achievements, so if you want to do that or not, that risk is up to you. Some good news we've got though is that GDev is aware of these issues, and in the official non-beta version of 15.16, the performance will substantially improve, and there will be a setting to disable the new backgrounds, and I'm assuming he's talking about the trees. And he will be working on the anti-cheat, and if the cheating actually decreases, there will be potential of bringing multiplayer back to mobile. So you guys will have to be patient for the official version of 15.16 in order to play Gorebox properly, and you guys will have to continue being patient for multiplayer to come back to mobile, if it comes back to mobile. So I've been Jazef, you've been my audience, thank you for watching, and goodbye.